Hey everybody, you're watching Geek this week, and today I'm back with...
Ray.
And of course, I'm Talon. And today we're bringing you all the geeky news on...
Warcraft 3 Reforged.
It's not a good one. A Google Maps hack.
And Scott Pilgrim vs. the World 2, maybe?
Maybe.
Maybe.
It's a long shot, but we both really want that.
I'm hoping for it.
Yeah.
Love me some Ramona flowers.
All of that on Geek this week. That's my sign for everything. Just subscribe, Geek this week.
This week in gaming, the award for lowest score on Metacritic officially goes for Blizzard. Who would have guessed? With the release of Warcraft 3 Remaster, with some users experience errors forcing them to pay $40 in order to update for a reskin version of the classic 2002 release that was said to be compatible with the old discs. It's understandable why once fans of the legendary company are now left feeling bitter and betrayed. The cherry on top has to be the change in the terms of service for the game, which rings some similar changes like Google's removal of "Don't be evil" from their slogan. Regretting the profits games like League of Legends and Dota 2 have made, both of which were made in Warcraft 3's level designer, are now considered property of Blizzard. These decisions that seem like they're quite profit-driven appear to have backfired. Blizzard is offering instant refunds for anyone that had purchased the game via a ticket system on their website. If you purchased the game and were unhappy with it, you will be able to get a refund regardless of how much time you have put into it. I have to say, Blizzard has been having a rough few months, and it mostly seems to stem from their concern for profit. This week in movies and streaming services. Are you one of those people that rightfully loves Edgar Wright's Scott Pilgrim vs. the World? Well, I am. If not, you can stop watching. Just kidding. Well, in an interview about her upcoming role as Huntress in Birds of Prey and the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, the actress who played Ramona Flowers, said she would love to work on a Scott Pilgrim 2, but she'd love to see where all the characters are in about 10 years later from the movie in their 30s, as opposed to the mid-20s, slacker phase. Given that the OG cast for Scott Pilgrim consisted of Michael Cera, Anna Kendrick, Chris Evans, Brie Larson, Brandon Routh, Audrey Plaza, Allison Pill, Jason Schwartzman, Johnny Simmons, and many more, it would be a miracle to see everybody back together. They did accomplish it mostly for wet, hot American summer, though, well, you never know. My personal fantasy is to actually see Ninja Sex Party play with Sex Bob-omb. Maybe somebody reach out to them?
So The Witcher was a pretty freaking dope-ass show, right? Well, we're getting some juicy deets all about what we can expect from the second season of the show. First off, the official soundtrack for the show has been released. You can listen to the full 3 hours of it on Spotify, and of course, that includes our favorite song, Fishmonger's Daughter. What, did you think we were gonna say the meme? If you were left feeling a little confused on the timelines at the end of the show, the official website does have a breakdown available to help clear things up a little bit. We are also going to get an animated film, Nightmare of the Wolf, to tell the story of Vesemir, Geralt's mentor. Netflix confirmed the ever-present rumors of the show with a tweet a couple weeks ago. Netflix also announced that the studio Mir will be behind the project, the same studio that brought us The Great Legend of Korra. Christopher Hivju is rumored to be joining the cast. We assume as a Skellige warrior like that of Krok on Crate, who we did meet in Season 1, though a much younger version of himself. There was also a leaked audition tape for Graham McTavish from Outlander vying for the role of Dijkstra, the spy master for the country of Ardania. He seems like a pretty good fit if you ask me. Season 2 will also consist of 4 new directors that have worked on great shows, from Netflix's Marvel series to Doctor Who to even The Magician. Production is slated to officially start on the 17th, so things are going to heat up pretty fast, and the rumors surrounding these casting options will likely be cleared up soon after filming starts. We all know the news we really want, though, is to know whether or not Mark Hamill will be cast as Vesemir. We're waiting for it. We need it.
Starring Tom Hiddleston, Loki is now official in pre-production. Confused how a movie starring Loki is being made after they killed the character off? Fret not. They've said this movie is featuring the alternative reality Loki. You know, the one that eluded capture in the other movie? Maybe this means it has something to tie in with some of the other movies Disney Marvel is working on. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse is certainly a thing. Either way, movies featuring a villain are on the rise now. And while it doesn't have quite the hype as a movie like Joker, this is likely another Marvel Disney short series that'll satisfy us until the next installment.
This week in tech. Google Maps might be lying to you, and it's all Simon Weckert's fault. Simon has discovered that if you manage to get your hands on 99 secondhand smartphones and a red wagon, you can simulate horrendous traffic jams on Google Maps service. The power that you could wield! Forcing Uber and Lyft to reroute because there's 99 cars trying to navigate at a President's Circle all at the same time? Okay, that's not a great example, but you get the idea. It might sound super evil, but it's actually a really cool way to see just how exactly Google knows to tell you when there's a massive traffic jam and increase your commute time. Now that's the cool part. The scary part is that it shows just how easy it is to figure out where someone is based off of their cell phone, if you didn't know that already. Another important fact to pull out of the prank is how Google handles the data like this. It's obviously an unnatural event to a human eye, but to Google, there really are 99 users navigating all from a single red wagon. I'm sure that now that this is a known case, it won't be too long until Google figures out a way to combat this with the use of their superior firepower. I mean software power. Drive safe, everyone. Keep an eye on your phone.
This week in science, they have officially put one of the most important and impactful space telescopes into permanent hibernation. What was made to last 2.5 years performed spectacularly for 13.5 more. But with the constant delays to the James Webb and no guarantee of the extended lifespan of the aging craft, the Spitzer Space Telescope is finally out of commission. As it drifts further and further away from Earth with each passing year, the cost to maintain the infrared telescope has surpassed what is needed. Though what even greater discoveries will be made once the vastly more powerful James Webb comes into place is always an exciting prospect.
In other news this week, Critical Role is releasing a book. And no, this will not be another campaign book or an Origins comic book. It's actually going to be a non-fiction book that will dive into the group of voice actors that make up the Critical Role cast, and the adventures they shared as Vox Machina and the Mighty Nine. Written by Liz Marsham, we're supposed to be getting a behind-the-scenes journey of how a group of friends' home game became the most watched fantasy RPG livestream ever, and probably will be for quite a while. Featuring interviews with the players reminiscing about the highs and lows of both campaigns, and celebrating the immense fandom their characters have lit up. There will be a foreword from the cast, as well as over 100 new illustrations by Oliver Barrett and photography from Ray Kakatorian. If you pre-order the book before March 12th, you'll be able to have your name printed in the book in a special calligram. I really want Joe Manganiello to get a copy with Archon the Cruel written in the book. Oh, and I also want one for myself too. What can I say? I'm a fan. This is a new segment we're going to be trying called Saved You a Click. Kind of like, just going over some quick news really fast to save you from actually having to read about it. It's usually stuff that is, cool to know, but who really wants to know about it? So yeah, here we go.
Emoji Records, or Elon Musk, dropped an EDM song, Don't Doubt or Vibe. It's certainly EDM.
Unicode Emoji 13.0 is dropping 62 brand new, never before seen or needed emojis, as well as 55 gender and skin tone variants, bringing us to 3,034 total emojis.
The EU passed a vote last Thursday to standardize all phone chargers. Legislative action to begin later this year, and Apple isn't happy.
Yvette Nicole Brown, who along with pretty much the rest of the cast, is ready for a community reunion. While she's currently vying for a role, any role, on Rick and Morty, she did say that Dan Harmon will get us a community movie one day, and she'll be ready to show up whenever that might be.
Eccles Theatre is primed for their 2020-2021 season with Hamilton, Les Mis, and Chicago coming back to Utah. There are 5 additional musicals as well as the premiere of Mean Girls and the band's Visit. To Kill a Mockingbird will also be showing next season.
Microsoft Teams broke on the morning of the 3rd for a few hours because Microsoft forgot to renew a security ticket. That wasn't a great experience for me because I use Teams at work. That was fun. Really was. Kathleen Kennedy confirmed that Indiana Jones will not be a reboot, even though previous rumors suggested as such. Production seems to be a long way off though. Well, that's all from us this week. We do hope that everyone enjoyed today's episode, but of course, being that this is your 2nd episode with us, Ray, what were you most excited about?
It's got Pilgrim versus the World too.
I knew. I didn't even have to ask. I already knew that. I am too, though. To be honest, that would be phenomenal. Something like that to come back with like a Wet Hot American Summer reboot kind of thing. I think that'd be awesome. Of course, the first movie totally bombed in the box office, so...
I don't think really anybody knew
Yeah.
what they were expecting or what it could be.
That's fair.
And so many people love it to this day after the fact.
I agree. It's really become a cult classic, and I will watch it till the day I die.
Oh, for reals.
Well, everyone, don't forget to like and subscribe down below. See, same thing. And we'll see you all next Thursday. No! Thursday!